nail crew, let's dive right on in. I have another dip powder set, and this one is from Amazon. It's from the company MODELONES, but you can find it on Amazon. I will leave a link below. As you guys know already, it's going to be in my Amazon storefront, so you click the link that says Amazon storefront or Amazon faves, however I have it labeled, and then you're going to go to the section that says dip powder and acrylic powder, and this will be right in that section. Okay, so it does come with some instructions. I'll just show them to you really quick, but you guys know I'm not about to read no instructions, right? We know how to dip. We know how to dip. All right, let's get right into the dipping and the swatching. So I have some new Swatch sticks, y'all. These are regular shaped Swatch sticks. Let me show you guys the one that I always use though. Hold on. I gotta get them. Here they go. All right, so these are the stiletto ones, and I always use the stiletto ones when I'm doing like polish or polish pods or something of that nature, gels and things like that. But I think when I do my dip powder and acrylic, I'm going to use these regular shaped ones. And that way it's just a little bit more organized. I'm going to use the same system with the numbered stickers. And so again, everything that I'm showing you today can be found on my Amazon storefront, and I will leave that link below. And it's very organized, and you'll be able to find exactly what you want because I have it labeled, and just very easy to browse and shop, so you can find everything that you need. So I'm putting the stickers on the lids, and then I'm putting them on the Swatch sticks just so I can know what Swatch sticks corresponds with the bottle. Pretty self-explanatory, right? Now this kit did not come with any resin, but that's okay because remember I showed you guys you don't need resin or glue for dip powder. You could dip using your whole nails, right, with gel polish. And that's like an old trick. I didn't make that up at all. That's like an oldie but goodie. And I know a lot of old school nail techs kind of do that or remember that technique from being in school. So you guys, if you're not familiar with that, I will leave that link below because I did do a set of nails with my gel polish instead of a resin, and it came out so cute. It was so cute. So just keep that in mind, guys, when you're using or shopping for dip powder, this kit or any other kit. You don't have to worry about getting a resin if you don't like the smell of resin, if you're allergic to resin, or if you don't have access to it. I'm sure you have access to polish, right? Most of us have gel polish, in which case you could just use that. So these containers are large, like I showed you, and the colors are super pigmented. And here I am about to demo the pink. And I know I told you guys I was not going to do any pink. I said I was going to leave the pink out because like, oh my gosh, October is the month for pink, y'all. And I know you guys are like ready to vomit up pink, like everything, everywhere you looked was pink. You're probably tired of that color, but come on, you cannot deny that is gorgeous. That is a beautiful pink, y'all, and I'm sorry. All right, so here is the purple, and it is also Domestic Violence Month, and the color for that theme is purple. So this color is actually perfect. It is a perfect segue from all that pink into a nice, beautiful, royal purple. I'm actually glad this kit came with purple, guys, because I was asked to do a domestic violence awareness set. So I was like, okay, this was just supposed to be a swatch with me type video. But I was like, oh my gosh, it has such a beautiful purple in it. I want to take advantage of that purple. So after I swatch these colors for you, I will do a whole second part of this video. So that's why this video is going to be so long, guys. I'm going to just tack on me doing a set at the end. So I hope you guys don't mind if you just came here to watch me swatch. Oh, I'm sorry. Because you're going to have to watch me swatch, and then you're going to have to watch me play with them. All right, so yeah, guys, just watch the whole video. All right, so I got a little bit of dust on both sides, and I just want to clean that off so you can see how beautiful these colors are. So I'm going to use this manicure brush and just, you know, dust off all the dusty acrylic from the other side of the nail. Somebody asked me, and I got this question a lot, why do I swatch on the opposite side of the Swatch sticks? And the reason why, I thought everybody did. I didn't think that I was doing anything abnormal, but I do that because you don't have to add top coat. Do you see how shiny that is? Like, it looks like I added top coat and I didn't. I always swatch on the underside just to save me from doing that top coat step. But I didn't think that that was abnormal. Whenever I read that question in the comment section, I'm like, well, what? Why don't you swatch on the underside? Like, what do you mean? So yeah, guys, that's why I do it. But if you look at the back side, it shows you the matte, how it would look matte. And then you look at the top and it shows you how it would look if you added top coat. So yeah, that's why I do it like that. So I don't know. Let me know. Do you guys prefer to swatch on top? I don't like swatching on top. Let me know. I want to vote below. Do you swatch on top or do you swatch underneath? I'm curious now. All right, so now, oh my gosh, you know, I had to do this. I had to pull out the monomer, and I'm going to swatch now with monomer because, listen, I started doing this with my other dip kits, and I was like, oh man, if I don't do it for all of my dip kits going forward, then you guys are going to wonder why, and you're going to be like, oh man, she's not playing fair. I'm like, what did I get myself into? So now every time I do a dip kit, I feel like I am like required to also swatch with monomer just so you guys can see. So here I am swatching with monomer. I am using my Mia Secret monomer and I'm using my Nail Couture brush. And as you can see, they are swatching just fine. You can pick up a nice bead with them. And yeah, they're going on nice and creamy and smooth. These are dip powders though, guys. These are not acrylic powders. Look at me being extra with that pink bead. I just wanted to see if I could get a really, really large bead. And I did it. So yeah, you can pick up a big bead. But these are dip powders. These are not acrylic powders. So you could use them with monomer, but they're not going to give you the strength that you would get if you use an acrylic powder. So just keep that in mind and make sure you base it with a clear acrylic, a regular acrylic, right? And then you cap it in clear acrylic as well. If you do that, then you should be fine, but just don't rely on these powders to give you the strength you need. Otherwise, your nails will just break and you'll be so upset. So again, this is what the colors look like on my swatch stick when I was all done. And this is what they look like at room temperature, but these are color changing dip powders. So this is what they look like, guys, when they are warm. So the first one really didn't change much, but look at that second one. Oh my goodness, that changed a lot. The third one changed a lot too. And then number 4, kind of. Yeah, I guess it did. Number 5 changed a good bit. And then number 6 changed a lot as well. I think that's pretty cool. I really do think that's pretty cool. So this is what they look like when they're nice and warm, nice and fun. All right, guys, now it's time for the nail art. Now it's time for the nail art. So I have my little stand here that I got from the nail show, and the nail tips that I'm going to use today is from Model Ones. You can get it from the Model Ones website and use my coupon code. So the tips that I use when I'm playing with this stand are the tips that cannot fit into Nala or Tuesday. So the ones that fit in Nala and Tuesday, I took those out. I put those to the side. The ones that can't fit, I left them in the back, and I know those are fair game for this stand. And so that way I won't waste anything. Now I have this fun tack, and that is the blue stuff that you see holding the tips on, and it's reusable. So you just pull out a little piece and just keep using it until it's no longer sticky. This paper towel that I have here, as you can see, I was kind of playing with it and swatching all over the place, but it's still good enough for me to use for my nail art. Like, hello, we're going to still use it. Okay, so we know that we have to use purple, right? Purple is mandatory in this set, but I don't know what other color I want to use. Like this green right here, I love that green. But you know what? I could do stuff with this blue too. So, and then of course, well, that one looks more fall. That I might revisit that for my fall set. And then this, I'm not going to use pink because we already discussed it. We already said, Nikki, sit your behind down with the pink. Sit yourself down with that pink. So I'm here with either the blue or the green. And I think I'm going to keep that blue because this green I can revisit come fall. My fall nail collab, I might pull that back out. So, okay, so I have the purple, of course, and then I have that blue. And now I have to use these ribbons, guys. So the Nail Candy Shop, her beautiful sweet self, she sent me these awareness ribbons. Oh my gosh. So they're very, very similar to the ribbons she sent me for my breast cancer awareness set. Link will be below. Link will be below. You can catch that set as well. They're very similar to those, but of course they're purple, so I'll be using that. And then I'm using my Mia Secret monomer and my E-Nail Couture brush. So we're squared away. We know everything that I'm going to be using. And I hope that I give those survivors of domestic violence, I hope I give you guys, like, I don't know, I hope I make you guys proud. I know a lot of women who have been through domestic violence personally. Like, this is very personal to me. So I hope that I do you guys justice. I really do, man. Why does October have to be the month for all this sadness? So y'all know this is my birth month, okay? That is supposed to be a happy time. But then I also have to deal with the Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and my mom passed from breast cancer. That is sad, right? That's enough for me to deal with. And I also got to deal with domestic violence. And because it's so personal, because I've personally know women who have been abused, it's like, okay, now I have to relive those memories and those visions and things like that on top of the breast cancer thing. I cannot get a break this month. But with that being said, I still hope that this set comes out beautiful, and I hope that I do you guys justice. I know at least one of you that are watching have been through or witnessed some sort of domestic violence. I know that for a fact. And I hope that when you're watching, you can say, yeah, yeah, she did that. You know what I mean? It ain't going to be all, it's going to be within my scope of nail art. You know what I mean? It's going to be what I can do. It's going to be within my limits. It's going to be the best that I can do. But, I would try to do you right. So I pulled out my Mia Secret pink. It's clear, but it says pink. Pulled out that acrylic as well because I have to do some encapsulating here. So that's what I'm going to do. I laid down the blue. Another thing, guys, when you're using colored acrylic, because it's meant to just add color and not strength, you don't want to add too much of it. You want to just add a little bit. And these are so pigmented that literally all you need is a little bit. So add a thin layer and then go on top with your clear. I'm also trying my best, y'all. I'll see how it goes. It depends on exactly how long this video is going to be. But I'm going to try to leave as much of it in real time as I can. I know a lot of you guys like that when you watch videos that in real time so you can see exactly how long it takes. Because I know I be speeding up some of my clips. And you know what? It take me a good hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours to do a set of nails. And I'll whip that video together and y'all think it took me 10 minutes. Oh, no. Oh, no. So I'm going to try to leave as much of it in real time as I can so you guys can get a good estimate. And if you want, go ahead and pull out your acrylics and then do the exact same set that I'm doing and kind of time yourself against me and let me know, am I going too slow? Like, do I need to speed up? Let me know. I feel like I'm going at a pretty decent speed, but shoot, let me know. Oh my gosh. I remember when I really first started acrylics, guys. Not even acrylics. Let's go back to my dips. When I was first doing dips, literally, oh my gosh, like 4 hours, sitting there doing nails for 4 hours was nothing. Like when I sat to do my nails, it was going to be like a chore. It was like, all right, look, I'm going to be in here for a good 4 hours. Don't bother me. Leave me alone. Here's a snack. Here's some water. You got some Capri Suns in the fridge. Because I know once I sat there, that was going to be it. But I've gotten to where, a good hour and a half, 2 hours, and I'm in and out. Now, this set, because I'm just doing the art part of it, and I'm not like prepping the nail and adding primer and all that jazz, I'm not even going to file it, okay? I'm not even going to file these nails. I'm going to try to lay the acrylic in a manner that is very smooth and I don't have to file or buff. Like, that is the ultimate goal right now. But since I'm doing that, since I'm just doing the art, I know it's going to take me way quicker, way quicker than if this was a real person or if I was doing a full set. But you guys can still get like the gist of like how long it would take you to do this nail art type thing. And, you know, try it and let me know. Let me know. And what do you think about these colors? Are these good domestic violence colors? I know the purple is. I absolutely know that purple is a good choice. But would you have gone with the green, or do you think this blue is good? The reason I picked the blue is because it's a lighter color and it's a good contrast to the purple. I felt like the green would have been like, oh my God, amazingly gorgeous, but it would have been like a dark on a dark. And I like the dark on the light, you know, like the yin and the yang, kind of give it a little bit of balance. So that's why I picked that. But let me know, you know, let me know what you guys would have picked. And I want to add some pictures to the other lady that I know is doing the collab. I don't know how many people are going to be in this collab. It was just like a post in the Facebook group. I don't know who all is going to participate, but the one lady that I know already posted, I'm going to just be a creep because you guys know I'm a creep. And I'm going to throw her picture up right here on the screen. And then I will add her link below. And you guys catch her video. Listen to her story. Listen to what she has to say about domestic violence. And look at her nail art. And, you know, tell her hi. Let her know. Let her know I sent you. And just say, hey. Her video was actually really cool to watch, and she's a small YouTuber, and I know sometimes, you know, when you're just starting out, you're so discouraged, you know what I mean? Like, I remember before I got my first 50 subscribers, y'all, I was like so discouraged, and I would see you guys with 200 and 300 subscribers, and I would be like, oh, I cannot wait till I was so happy when I got 100 subscribers, so I remember that, guys. So I mean, if you're looking to watch some more nail videos, just try her channel out. And if you like it, then subscribe. What can I say? All right, so back to these nails. I absolutely love my little swirl, y'all. I love my swirl. I love it. I'm a swirl master right now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not a swirl master. Don't leave me comments below saying you're not a swirl. I know I'm not a swirl master. But I am pleased with that swirl. I must say I'm pleased with it. All right, so moving on to nail 3. And, you know, I just had to pause a little bit because I had to think about exactly what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you have to just think and like gather your thoughts, and that's what I did. And now I know what I want to do. I'm going to do an ombre. I'm kind of scared though, because you guys, you know that pigmented powders, like really good pigment powders, are great to work with. But when you go to do an ombre, sometimes when the powders are too pigmented, it messes up the ombre. So that's what I'm a little bit afraid of. That's what I'm afraid of. So I have a tiny bead, but I feel like that's even still too big. So instead of starting right at the ombre line, like where the ombre would start, I'm putting that way back at the cuticle, and then I'm going to brush down. Like, I feel like that bead was way too big and I would have messed everything up. So I put it back. Okay, like that's not the typical starting point of your first bead when doing the ombre. So now here we go with a smaller bead, and I'm putting that at the fade line. Okay, and I put the tiniest of bead, and look, it's still like overpowering that blue. So I'm glad I put that first bead more at the cuticle, because I would have messed this whole thing up. When you're working with like really pigmented powders, guys, please just use a little bit at a time. If you have to use 1,000 small beads, it's better than trying to use one big fat bead and then mess everything up. I'm telling you. So I'm kind of happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and seal it on in, encapsulate it with this clear acrylic. And as you can see, I'm tilting the nail down. I'm just trying to let gravity work for me. You see that? I'm tipping the nail down, letting the acrylic kind of just run down in place. And then I'm using my brush to kind of pat and feather, pat and feather, pat and feather. And then another thing, guys, And I don't like to leave a lot of directional comments on people's page because, I mean, hello, who am I? I just watch and, I give my little thumbs up and I leave an emoji and then I'm out. I'm on to the next video. But a lot of times I see you guys, the newer girls, and you're doing, and guys, girls and guys, you're doing your acrylic and you're not wiping your brush enough. I'm telling you, you're going to get clumps and lumps in your brush. You're going to ruin your brush. You're going to ruin your brush. So if you wipe your brush with the obsessive compulsion that you need to keep your brush clean, you could keep that brush for years. Like, you could keep your brush for a very, very long time. So just keep it clean. Like, as you can tell, every time, and I might be overdoing it just a tad, but every time I brush on the acrylic, I brush my brush off. I brush on acrylic, I brush my brush off. You got to do that. Otherwise, once that acrylic dries and set in your brush, honey, you have to have that sit in an acetone for hours. Then the acetone's going to mess up the bristles. It's just going to be a nightmare. So take that little piece of advice and just make sure your brush is clean and you should be fine. All right, so I have a solid kind of blue. I don't even know if this color is blue or gray. What are you guys seeing? Are you guys seeing blue or are you seeing gray? I see like a blue-gray. So I have a solid blue-gray kind of deal going on the pinky. So the pointer, I want to do a nice purple. I'm telling you, this purple is like, it's so pigmented. It's crazy. I'm like even amazed that there's any acrylic in it because it's just that pigmented. You know what I'm saying? It's like crazy. So now I spread that on. I spread it on like peanut butter, y'all. I spread it on like peanut butter. Peanut butter on warm toast. That's how it went on. It glided on. It like glided on. So now I'm just encapsulating that with the clear. And again, Mia Secret is my friend. She goes on nice. She goes on nice, y'all. She goes on nice and well. This is some good acrylic to practice with. It's affordable. Anybody could purchase it. You can get it from Amazon. You can get it from eBay, wherever. So it's accessible to most people. And it's a good price. So if you guys are looking for a good acrylic to practice with, then why not just try Mia Secret? All right, so I'm almost done. Ooh, that purple is gorgeous, honey. Gorgeous. All right, so now down to the last one. And look, I left all of these nails in real time for y'all. Could you believe that? Could you believe that? This video is going to be like 30 minutes long. 30 freaking minutes. I don't like to have long videos all the time. I feel like y'all be checking out. After like 10, 15 minutes, you like, all right, look, I'm on to the next. You know what I'm saying? I got things to do. I got to pick up the kids from school. I got to walk the dog. I got to exercise. I got to do homework. Like, y'all got things to do. So I try to keep that in mind. And I try to keep my videos relatively short. However, here we are. Here we are, this 30-minute video. It's for a good cause, y'all. It's for a good cause, so watch every minute. And if you don't have time to watch it, let it play in the background. Give me my watch minutes. Give me my watch time. Go ahead and let that thing play in the background. Go ahead and let the ads play through as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too ashamed. I'm not too proud to say it. Go ahead and let the ads play through. All right, guys. Oh my gosh. All right, so here we go. I'm doing another swirl now, but this one is going to be a little different. So you'll see how it's going to end up very shortly, but I like doing the swirls. They're nice. You can't mess up a swirl. You really can't mess it up because you just keep on swirling until your little eyes tell you that it's beautiful. So, you know what I'm saying? You really can't mess it up. So with that being said, I like doing them. You know what I'm saying? And when you do the swirls, you see these little pieces of acrylic that I'm using. Like, you have to use very small beads and you want them to be wet. And the reason why you want them small and wet is so that they can mix well, right? But if you make them too big, then you're going to make a mud pie on your nail. You're going to have mud pie if they're too big. And if they're too dry, they just won't swirl together. So small, wet beads, and you'll be good. Yeah, you'll be good. So now I'm going to go ahead and encapsulate that. And as you can tell, I didn't do the full nail. Oh, that is so cute. That is so cute. Ooh. You know, I got to look out for my thumbs. I told y'all, you got to make the thumbnails. You know, you got to give some attention to the thumbnail because that's the nail that we look at the most when we're texting. That thumb is poking out, looking at us. When you're driving, That thumb is poking out looking at us. So you got to make that thumb look good. When you paying the cashier for that whatever drive-thru y'all go through, Wendy's, y'all eat Wendy's, McDonald's, what y'all eat? Chick-fil-A. When you giving the money to the cashier, what finger does she see? That thumb. So you got to advertise your services by making that thumb look banging. So you know what I'm saying? You got to make that thumb look cute. So here we go. I'm just adding in these little ribbons. Oh my gosh. I'm just amazed because I picked out the right amount of ribbons for this look. Like, I don't have any ribbons left on my paper towel. That just worked out. I'm using every single ribbon that I picked out. You know what I'm saying? This set was meant to be. This set was meant to be. I really like that. I love the clear contrast against the swirl. I love how the little ribbons are dividing the swirl to the clear. I think this set came out so pretty. I'm very pleased. And I hope that all the domestic violence sufferers, or even like the little innocent kids who are now adults, but you watched your parents go through this kind of stuff, I hope that I'm doing you guys some justice and you're watching and looking at this set and you're thinking, I like that. You know, I really do. I hope, because I'm doing it for you guys more than anything. So I hope this set brings awareness, but not only awareness, but comfort to those that don't need awareness because they've already lived it and survived it. So I hope that this set brings you comfort. All right, so now I am done with my application. And I'm going to go in with my Princess Nails by Diana top coat. So I have it in her glossy and then I have it in her matte. Oh my gosh, you guys know I'm not a fan of mattes per se. Like I love a good shine. But for this set, I need a matte. Because I saw this when I was looking up like things about domestic violence and blah, blah, blah. Like I was kind of like looking things up today and I found this. It says 1 in 5 children are exposed to intimate partner violence each year. With that being said, I'm going to do 4 of these nails, happy and fun and glossy and just gorgeous and sparkly, right? And then I'm going to have this one over here, the little pinky off to the side, the smallest fingernail. I'm going to have that one matte, and that's going to represent the child who has been a witness to domestic violence. This is what the nails look like when I popped them out the oven. As you can tell, they're kind of turning colors. So there's no more gray on the thumb or the middle finger. It's kind of just pink. And then that pinky one looks like it's partly pink and partly gray. Let me show you guys these nails one by one so you can get the full picture of them separately, and then I'll show you them again together as one unit. Now remember guys, I did not file or buff or anything. This is them raw, just my application and then the top coat with the matte or shiny. And then again, this is what the nails look like in the warm state. So more pinks and the purple's a little lighter. And then when it cools down or becomes room temperature, that gray pops out and the purple is more like a darker, rich purple. I think the set came out so stinking cute. I hope you guys liked it. Please give me a thumbs up, comment below, let me know your thoughts on domestic violence and let me know your thoughts on this set. Thank you guys for rocking with me until the end, and don't forget to check out the link below. Watch the other woman's video, and whoever participates in this little domestic violence collab, I will leave their link below as well, so be sure to check them out, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.